Welcome to the Panic Attack Recovery Podcast, an ongoing source of practical strategies and tips for anxiety and ADHD. We're a collaboration of former sufferers helping those currently struggling with anxiety, panic attacks, and ADHD so they can express their true competencies in life. Now, here is Matthew, your host.
Today I'd like to talk about essential fatty acids, Omega-3 fatty acids, because there are more and more studies that are showing promising evidence that supplementation with Omega-3 essential fatty acids can be helpful in cases of depression and anxiety. Now, studies have reported a significant improvement from Omega-3 fatty acid supplementation alone, and studies have also shown this to be the case in the conjunction with medication. So if someone is taking the omega-3 fatty acids and their medication, there's also a benefit. So there's not a canceling out of one thing. So it means that they can work well with medications. At least that's what the initial evidence is showing in that regard around the area of combining with medication. Obviously, that's something you would discuss with a qualified medical practitioner who has prescription capabilities. But I just mention it because we're opening on the note of essential fatty acids and the benefits. Now, anecdotally, I'll talk about my own personal experience a little bit. And as you know, if you are a subscriber to my free newsletter or you get my podcast or have visited my website, you'll see that I'm a former sufferer of panic attacks and anxiety and agoraphobia. And what I want to talk about initially is that my own personal experience confirms that omega-3 fatty acids can be very helpful. For instance, when I began supplementation with omega-3 fatty acids, I began to feel more relaxed and at ease throughout the day. Now, I don't want to overstate this. I mean, it was a very subtle effect, but nevertheless a real effect that I felt, essentially probably within several weeks of taking them. Now, again, I'm not saying it was it's a cure-all or panacea, but I'm saying it was a real effect that I observed. And I do know other people who have had the same experiences. Now, just talk a little bit more about some other research in this area. Some of the other research as well has indicated that essential fatty acids can help people achieve healthier and happier lives. So they go beyond just what we talked about with anxiety, depression. They say your overall wellness, your life, can be affected by these things. If you're concerned about fat, in this case, obviously you've heard the word fatty acids, fatty acids, and probably may think, I don't want to ingest that fat. But don't worry, they are essential fatty acids, first of all, so we do all need them.
Omega-3 fatty acids are not a bad type of fat. They're actually polyunsaturated fat. And they're not like a trans fat or another negative fat. So they're a good fat, similar to monounsaturated fats.
Again, they're an essential fat for our bodies. And the striking thing, really, the concerning thing, first of all, is that it's found that the majority of people are not consuming enough of them. This is striking because a wide range of brain problems that people suffer from might be helped through proper supplementation. Again, I'm not saying it's a panacea, but I am saying that these are essential things for your body, and like any essential thing, it seems reasonable that not getting enough of them could have negative effects on the brain, among other parts of the body. Now, it certainly makes sense that anyone suffering anxiety and panic attacks would want to ensure that they have adequate levels of omega-3 essential fatty acids in their body, particularly in light, again, of the evidence that it can benefit the brain. The great news is really that getting the right amount of these things is easier than ever. There are many products out there, and I just want to talk quickly about what is available and what I would recommend in my own personal experience, or what I would choose for myself. And obviously you make your own decision on that and in consultation with a healthcare practitioner. I just want to mention that there are a variety of sources of omega-3 essential fatty acids. They all contain very healthy things. However, and this is a big however, the most highly recommended form is omega-3 fish oil, as opposed to other sources. And one example would be, say, flax oil, flax seeds. You've probably heard of that before. The omega-3 essential fatty acids in fish oil are in a form that is already broken down for the body. So, in other words, the form of what you need is already broken down and readily able to be used by the body. Whereas, for example, flax oil and other types of omega-3s first need to be broken down by the body before they're utilized. And additionally, most importantly, not everyone can break these forms down. So that's why, among other reasons, quality reasons as well, I recommend if you're supplementing with fish oil. I recommend that you supplement with omega-3 fatty acids fish oil above the other forms. So I'm not saying the other forms aren't things that you should be taking, but I'm just thinking relying, if you really want to supplement, is I think looking at the fish oils for sure. Now, on that note of fish oils, if you're going down that road, I would recommend that you obtain a pharmaceutical-grade fish oil, because pharmaceutical-grade means the fish oil has gone through a purification process which removes the many impurities that are found in the ocean. You've probably heard all the talk about mercury in fish. Well, if you're getting high doses of fish oil, the last thing you want to be doing is getting high doses of mercury, obviously, or any doses of mercury. So pick up a bottle of pharmaceutical-grade fish oil at your health food store, and then you don't need to worry about this.
Thank you for listening to the Panic Attack Recovery Podcast. Make sure that you have subscribed to our podcast, and please comment and rate us on iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcasts. All show notes and links are accessible from our website. Please visit our site and subscribe to our free newsletter at panicattackrecovery.com. All information has been provided for educational purposes. Please consult a healthcare professional about any disorder or condition and the applicability of any information provided in this podcast.